What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name's Jasmine, for you guys that don't know. I like to do makeup tutorials and vlogs and skincare videos. And in today's video, we are going to be testing out some new makeup and we're going to be creating this glitter cut crease. I had an idea of doing a natural look today, but we ended up here. So if you guys want to know how to recreate this look or just see my thoughts on trying out some new products, definitely keep on watching. Alright, so the palettes that I'm using today are going to be the Morphe 35i Icy Fantasy palette. Looks like this. I did use this in the last video that I posted. I'm also going to be using the Jaclyn Hil Volume 1 and 2 palette. This is the Volume 2 palette. And then we are also using the Jaclyn Hil palette Volume 1. Mine is super worn out, dusty, and crusty, but we did use this palette as well. So the first thing that we're going to go ahead and do, which I already primed my eyes with the Louise Base in Rumor 2. And for my transition shade, I'm going to use my bronzer and just buff that into my crease. So for this look, really it's all about blending and layering. So we're gonna be going back and forth a few times with colors and blending and all of that stuff. I did do this kind of a little backwards. I could have done it a whole different way, but I'm gonna continue to do it the way that I did for this eye because, I mean, it came out really good. So we're gonna go ahead and go into the Morphe 35i palette. I went ahead and went into these two shades. So this is like a lime green and then this is like a seafoam green. I kind of mixed these two together, but more so of the lime green color. And I used a fluffy brush with that to like pack it and also blend. So I'm gonna dip into both of those shades and I'm just gonna go ahead and tap this onto the lid like so. You ever just like play with makeup and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go like super light today, do something super natural, and then all of a sudden you have a wing, glitter, and a cut crease? And I feel like every single time I come onto camera, I'm always having bad skin days. So like I have a lot of redness going on and I feel like every time I have good skin, I don't record. I don't know why, it's the weirdest thing, but every time I'm like having really bad skin days, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna record. And I feel like it's because I want to show people who don't have perfect skin or flawless skin that like you can still do your makeup and make it look flawless. And even if you have texture or redness or whatever it is, you know? So I feel like that's like what I want to base my channel off of, is like not so much like that picture perfect like example of skin, but more so like realistic skin, you know? Yeah, so today besides doing this look, I'm also going to be using some new products. I don't know if you guys purchased from the Sephora VIB sale, but I did purchase a few things. So I'm excited because I'm just like ready to play with the makeup and have a good time. Then I went into the Jaclyn Hil Volume 1 palette. So the shade that I used is this like hunter green color. Definitely made the glitter lid really pop out because it looks like it's black, but really it's a super, super deep green. I'm taking my Morphe M507. This is like a super precise small blending brush, and for me, having hooded lids, this is like a must in my collection. So I'm just taking a little bit, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to stamp this color exactly where the lime green meets the bronzer shade. So I'm just running this across and kind of pushing it in, but still following where the lime green met the bronzer shade. I'm gonna go ahead in with even a smaller brush. This is the M562, and I'm gonna go ahead and dip into this lighter transition shade. As you can tell, this is like a super loved color by me, and I'm going to run this at the highest points of that bronzer shade, so that way we have a more gradient effect, so all the colors will mesh together. And I always bring my shadow here because this helps create a shadow to a slimmer nose. Now I'm gonna go into my P. Louise Base in 0, and this is just a white color, and I'm going in with a small detailing brush. And you could go in the other way and then pack the color onto this, but this is just how I ended up doing it. And I start stamping on the white base everywhere that the lime green shadow is. So I'm just following that line. Looks so good. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a flat shader brush and go back into the Icy palette and just tap into the green. So this is a really thick flat shader brush, so I'm really just packing it on there, and I'm stamping this directly on the white base that I applied.
That girl has lost her heart.
And it might be a little patchy, but that's okay because we're going over it anyways. So now comes the fun part. So I didn't really know where I wanted to take this next, but I definitely wanted to play with a little bit of glitter, but I'm like, crap, I don't have a glitter glue. So I just went ahead and used my eyelash glue, and I used like a stippling brush. I don't want to just go straight in and like ruin the makeup. That's why I kind of went in with this approach, and I just like dabbed it onto my eye. I went into this like homemade concoction of glitter, and I just started stamping this onto my eye. And like I kind of ruined my brush doing this, so if you have glitter glue, definitely use it because like you won't ruin your brush. And I really just like fucked my brush up. So now that we have all of our glitter on ready to go, I like to do this because I have a lot of glitter that falls out. I take a piece of tape and I just go ahead and stick it on my face to catch all of the glitter that fell out. And it really helps because glitter honestly sticks everywhere, which is why I always do it before I go ahead and do my face makeup. I love glitter, but I also hate it at the same time because it gets everywhere, and I find glitter in my butt crack like a week later. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do this wing off camera. But I am using the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. It's my favorite liner. It's super thin and precise, and it's super, super black. That's why I love this, and it's super cheap. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my liner off camera, and I'll be right back. Also, popped on some lashes. The lashes that I'm wearing today are from Amila Beauty. My discount code with them is Jasmine, capital J, lowercase ASMINE, and this is in the style Exotic. And this is like the cute little packaging. I love them. I think they're super wispy. I'm going to use the Milk Hydro Grip Primer, and I'm just gonna go and rub this on my face. Besides that, I'm also gonna use a little bit of the Tatcha Liquid Silk, and I'm just going to put this in the center, like where my pores are and stuff. For foundation today, I'm actually gonna be trying a different foundation. So I got these YSL All Hours Foundation 24-hour Flawless Matte Full Coverage Foundations, and I don't think B10 and B20 are gonna be my shades, so I'm gonna mix BD35 and B40. And I got these like samples or whatever from Sephora for the VIB sale. So I'm just gonna see which color I think matches me the best. And if neither of them do, I'm still gonna try to make it work because I wanna try a different foundation, and I was on the fence about buying this. I'm actually gonna just go ahead and use my finger to put this on. I'm just gonna kind of rub it all over my face so I can get like a good even layer. Hopefully this color like doesn't oxidize or anything like that. Okay, so before I go into my sponge, I'm gonna go ahead and buff it out so I can get the maximum coverage, and I'm gonna use the Morphe M439 brush. One person that I was watching always raves about this foundation, but like I didn't know, it's such a high price point that I didn't know if I wanted to like spend that much on a foundation, you know? It is a little drying for my taste, I could have probably, like, instead of putting more of a matte primer, I could have probably went more dewier. It might also be because I'm using a brush. This one is really, really matte. I feel like on my face, it looks good. On my nose, not so much. What do you guys think? I feel like it looks a little dry on me. I'm not getting like full coverage right now, and I used a brush. I'm just gonna go in with my Dose of Colors sponge, and I'm just gonna go ahead and pounce this into the skin. I can still see some of my red spots. Like, they aren't completely covered. Also gonna go into the Tarte Creamy Bronzer. Oh, this is a little warmer than I'm used to. It is super creamy though, I will give it that. It seems like it's gonna blend out really good. Now I'm gonna go in with the concealer by Hourglass. This is their newest concealer. This is in the shade Sepia. And look at, like, this is how the doe looks like. I really like that. It seems like it's really creamy, so hopefully this is the right shade, because I just like ordered this online. And I just pray that these shades are the right shades. I'm gonna go ahead and just do my normal base routine. I'm going in with my Zoeva brush. I'm gonna flick upwards with this. Oh wow, that's really nice. Super cute. It's super easy to blend out. Like, I don't know if you guys seen that, but that was so easy. Definitely loving the cream bronzer so far. But like I said, like, I definitely would have to color correct or conceal any redness before I go in with, why did I say it that way? Before I go in with like this foundation, because like, look, can you see the redness peeking through? We're gonna go ahead, blend the concealer out. Okay, I'm gonna start with my forehead first so I can get like a little preview. Oh wow, this is full coverage. This is full coverage. Wow, I like how that blended out so seamless. I don't think that I like it and how it's sitting on the foundation. That's what I think I don't like. I think the foundation's just messing it up for me, and I can never do like a super matte foundation, but I just don't think matte foundations are really the move for me. I have to do more of a natural finish or a dewy finish, because my texture just, it shows everywhere. I wish under my cheekbones was just a little bit more fuller coverage, because I can see all the redness on my face. And then I'm just gonna blend this. I already noticed like the concealer's creasing a lot under my eye. I don't know if I just put too much or what. I like the color of it. I like the consistency of it. I love the cream bronzer. I love, love, love the cream bronzer. It's really good. And then now I'm gonna go into my Nars liquid blush in the color Orgasm. I'm gonna apply this with a stippling brush, and hopefully this like brings back a little bit of my glow. I feel like for me it looks cakey, but it might not look cakey through the camera. I just feel like it's like harder to blend everything on my face. I don't know, I feel like this foundation's just not it. It might work for you, but if you have combination skin or drier skin, I don't think you will like this very much, because it's just really, really matte. Like, even my Nars blush, like, it doesn't look that bad, but it's not even that glowy. And when I put this blush on, it gives me a nice, like, radiant glow to my skin. I got two, like, highlighters, liquid highlighters. I got this Kevyn Aucoin Glass Glow Illuminator in Crystal Clear. Kind of want to use the Kevyn Aucoin, but I'm scared that it might take off the foundation because it's so matte. I'm just gonna dip a little bit into that Kevyn Aucoin highlighter and see. I might have to blend over it with like a sponge, so I feel like the brush might be taking it off, like taking my makeup off. I think this looks nice. I just don't know how I feel about it on my face as of right now because of the foundation. Okay, to set my face, I always use the Laura Mercier powder. So I'm gonna go ahead and use that to set my face. Okay, now that I've set, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to use the Morphe Glamabronze Originator. I use this as a bronzer. I feel like it's not too warm, but it's not too cool either. I don't know why, but I've been using this a lot actually, like more than my Hoola bronzer, and I use Hoola like all the time, so that says a lot for me. Okay, and then for blush, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Kevyn Aucoin Face and Eye palette. I really like the eyeshadow colors in here. I haven't used them yet though for like an eyeshadow look, so let me know if you guys would be interested in that. But I'm gonna use the blush shade that they have in here that's called Rose Quartz. It's like a peachy pink color, which is like usually the blushes that I gravitate towards. And it has a little bit of a shimmer in it because I am trying to bring back some glow into the face.
Lost her heart.
So for highlight, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Dose of Colors Desi X Katie highlight in the color Fuego. I've used this highlight a lot, and just recently I've been picking it up a lot more too. I just like how it's like a true gold color, but it's not like an ashy gold color where it looks like it's too dark for like lighter complected skin. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use my MAC Fix Plus to set my face. I also like to take the bottom of my beauty blender and spray it with the MAC Fix Plus, and I like to just like go over my whole face and just pounce everything into the skin. So now we're gonna finish the bottom eyelash, and we're gonna go ahead and use this bright yellow shade right here, and we're also going to use that contour shade that we used earlier. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a little blending brush, and I'm gonna place the bronzer shade down first, and then I'm gonna pack the yellow on. So I'm just gonna sweep this under my eye, and then I'm gonna go ahead and go into the Jaclyn Hil Volume 2, and I'm gonna dip into No Joke, which is the yellow. And I'm kind of gonna saturate the brush, and I'm just going to stamp that under the eye. Lastly, I'm gonna spray the what is this called? Lastly, I'm gonna spray the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. I'm actually gonna go in with the ColourPop Lip Liner in BFF3. For lipstick, I'm gonna use the Artist Couture Nude Lipstick in Saucy Gal. I've seen a lot of people talk about them and say they were good, so that's why I picked it up. It smells like candy. And I really like this shade because it's like a peachy nude color, and those are like the nudes that I like. I feel like they complement my skin really well. And then lastly, I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Gloss in Diamond Milk, and I'm just gonna put this on the center of my lips. Alright you guys, so this is the final look. Please give me a thumbs up if you guys liked this video, and let me know down in the comments what my next video should be. I do like to do a lot of like testing out new makeup videos, which I'll probably have another one coming in a future video because I did do another haul at Ulta. So definitely let me know down in the comments below. Make sure you don't forget to subscribe and turn on the post notification for this video so every time I upload you guys will be notified. And last but least, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!